Hello, good greetings to all and the fucking individuals. I'm back and I'm staying. And I know I keep saying that, but you have to forgive me. A nigga's been going through some things, man. Shit. A nigga's been going through some things. But this video is for the gunman them, the prisoner them, and the sugar daddies. The motherfucking sugar daddies that's been sitting at the back of Blood Clot Burger King and I Peckham. I got something for that ass. So we're gonna talk about it. Listen to the video.
Gotta be home by 10, cause I just clicked some shit from 8 Traffic on the M and I'm speeding fast, I just pray that I make it home. Tryna make a million off music, so don't ask why I spend bills on beats. Standing in the street, still walk with feet, I got black beats slapping their cheeks. Light skin ting from acting, love the drama, she should get into acting. Slim waist gal from Ballum, hates when I see my brown skin from Clapton.
Good greetings. Let me pour my drink, let me get ready for this because I've been gone for a minute, I know, and I really apologize about that, but I'm back. Obviously, I've been going through some things at home and mentally, and you know how it goes. Pandemic's been fucking us about, but enough, it's not fucking with me again. So today we're gonna talk about the sugar daddies. And the reason why we're gonna talk about them is because they think that they can test me. It's alright, Carl. Not now, live. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go into it. And when I go into it, you don't need to agree with me. I'm just talking to talk. Now, at the end of the day, when I was younger, around, let's say, 16 years old, you know, I had the little titties and all. I had the body before I became fluffy, but I'm still sexy and all. But when I had the little body, the titties and all, it was the uncles that was really attracted to me. The uncles was really attracted to me. So, it's like, one thing about me, man, I sell myself short for nobody. Pussy not sell around ya. Yeah? This pussy, I will not sell. And at the end of the day, I just remember back in the days, I had bare uncles taking me to hotels and taking me out to eat, and they was expecting pussy and offered money. And I don't like that. I don't like it. I think it's disrespectful, and it's like, it comes from these old men that's about to dead, and they're all 500 years old and all of these type of fucking blood clot zombie things. I'm not into that. So my thing is that you got to play the game by the cards, and there's a lot of uncles that I robbed in my time, my fair share of life. And I was very smart about it. Do you get what I mean? So for example, I had uncles that wanted to book hotels and talking about how they would pay me to fuck them and they want to give me head and all of these weird stuff. So I was like, yeah, come fuck me. Come suck me. But little did the uncle know that I was set for him and he was set for me. While he had a plan, I had a plan. How about that? So I just used to make them book the hotel, and then what I'll do is I'll use my name, book the hotels and change the room. So when you come to the hotel and you're going to the clerk and the reception, they're asking you, what room are you looking for? Do you get what I mean? My name was Nina. If you know, you know. And they wasn't seeing me. That hotel room, I was going in the spa, baby. I was going in the spa. Because I had to upgrade this pussy. You wasn't going to take me to no Travelodge and no Premier Inn. I was going to the Tower Bridge and, was it Montclair? And Montclair and all these places. So it got to a point where I'd meet uncles at bars and things like that. It's like they want to touch you. And when men touch me, I just get angry. Do you get what I mean? And I'll be like, fam, don't fucking touch me. But it just got to a point where they don't touch me, please. And I've had my fair share of robbing uncles, you know? Teeth in their money, and while they're sleeping, get them to go to sleep and take their money out their pocket and take pictures of the back and front of their bank cards, take pictures of their passport or whatever and their provisional license. Because you know you need the billing address when you're shop for your things. Okay, so it got to that point where with me, where I was younger, I was very from a young age, I've always been business. I've always had a business mind about me. So the money that I was robbing from these uncles, I wasn't taking it and spending it on clothes and wigs and all of these boring things. I was because I used to live alone I've been living alone from a young age, and I would take the money and I would spend it on priorities, and I would top up my electric key, £20 for the electric, £20 for the gas, buy the little toiletries and put it in the bathroom in my hostel where I used to live at the time. And from there, one time I hit the jackpot and I robbed the uncle for about 2 to 3 grand. And I started buying bundles because I was young, so I started buying bare bundles and stuff from all these vendors, and then I would flip it, sell it to customers, and just started making money. But I was very private about it. I didn't walk and tell people I was doing things like that, but I did it, and I'm proud of it. Because the thing is that with these grown-ass men that's walking around, that's all 60-something years old, it's half of you lot's daddy. I don't know my daddy, so I can't talk to him, and I really hope he doesn't do them things with his blood clot barley. But at the end of the day, it's some of these influencers, it's you lot's daddy that's sitting in LA lounge and sitting in these fish places to go and get their piece of fish and plantain and a little tomato stew. So my thing is that it's just scary of what type of man it can be. So it just got to a point where I was on a robbery. It's a robbery. My nigga, it's a robbery. And I was robbing and I was having fun while I was doing it, because my thing is that no man is not fucking me for money. This pussy, this banana is meant to be priceless. This pussy is not for sale. This pussy is not a 9 to 5. And I wouldn't feel comfortable within myself to sell this pussy. Because I don't think I'd be able to sleep at night. You know, us as humans, we get sex flashbacks and all. And I don't want my sex flashback to be that I fucked an uncle for £20 or £30. I wouldn't live with myself. So it's better off that I just rob them and cut out and call it a day. I got too much daddy issues to sit around and fuck around with you. Do you get what I mean? It's robbed or I'll steal your things. It's one or the other. You don't have a choice when it comes to me, because if you think as a grown-ass man, you're going to book a hotel room, I most probably know your daughter. I most probably know auntie. I'm not going to put myself in a situation to go and fuck you. I wouldn't live with myself. It's the flashbacks for me. I think I'd vomit and dead, and I don't want to die. So I was on a robbing spree, and one time, let me tell you one story. So one time I met this uncle, and he used to live in Barking, yeah. And the man was just on me, because I used to work at my uncle's little club in Deptford, and the man was just on me. And I figured, what the fuck do you want? Like, why do you keep harassing me? So I said, you know what? Clearly you don't know who I am. Woolwich didn't tell you about me in the barbershop that I steal people's things. So I said, okay. He said, oh, can I come to his house? But this is where me fuck up now, because my God, the people like us. And I've gone to the man's house, and the man wants me to sleep in his bed and stuff. But my thing is that it's like, you know what, Valentina? Play the game by the cards, but move a certain way. So my man's trying to touch me and stuff. I'm like, oh no, stop it. So the man said he would sleep on the couch to make me feel comfortable. And I said, okay. So I've gone to sleep in the man's bed. So you know me, I don't know if you lot watched that movie called Lucy, and she could see everything with her eyes. Me see everything with my eyes. I have gadgets in my eyes on me. I'm looking at the people that wardrobe and at the dark and all these things. And he had one thingy there with bare watches. I said, okay. Because in the back of my mind, while I'm preying the watches and all of these blood clot things, I'm there. When I leave here, I'm going to buy a carpet for my yard, and I need to get one piece of furniture. So I teeth about 3 watches. And I said to him, I need to go home. And he said, all right, cool. So I booked a cab home. I've gone home. I've gone to sell the watches. I got about, I don't want to lie, I think it was about 6 bills. Now, let me tell you something about these uncles. They like to wear fake things. Because the Gucci is Fucci and the Dior is Fior. Okay? So, when I've now gone to sell the Michael Kors watch, that's Calco Kors, I made about roughly 6 bills or whatever the case may be. And I took and I bought what I needed to buy. Okay. So, about A couple of days later, the man said to me, oh, can I come back to his house? He wants to talk to me, he wants to get to know me more. Can we have sex? All this time back at us, me have man, you know. But I'm like, you know what? This is my part-time job. You need to be robbed and I need to cut out. Since you like to talk to little girls, that's how we're going to play the game. I've gone to the youth yard. I'm there in the bed, you know, and I've gone over through his drawers and he had like Gucci glasses and all these type of stuff. So I said, okay, here we go. So I've gone to have teeth the other watches, pick up the glasses and all these things. But while we're in the bed, I must turn around. Me being fast, I said, I'm hungry. Because my plan was to take the things and cut out. But little did I know that the man locked me inside of the house. I said, fuck, I'm a fuck, you know. Okay. So, this needs a little bit of angst. So at this point now, teeth the man's things. And when my titties is long, I've all hid the watches and the shades under my titty. And the man's come out with this plate of food and it had bare... Obviously, I'm not going to cuss no one's food, but it just had bare things that I don't eat. Do you get what I mean? I had bare different pieces of fish and all this type of stuff. So I'm like, cool. So as I'm trying to leave and I'm standing by the door, the man's come to the door and he's like, where are you going? And I said, man, I'm going away, you know. I'm just outside here. I'm going to need some fresh air. So it's like, he opened the door. Like, I just want to... This time I booked my cab, you know. So it's like the man plotted against me. The man knew that I teeth half of his watches already. And he's gone to the drawer and he said, where's my things? And I said, where's my things? Because you promised me money and didn't give me the money yet. So the man's there saying that he's going to search me. So I all pretend like I'm having a panic attack. And I said, don't touch me. And I said, don't, blood, don't touch me. Do not touch me. I all turned into Voldemort and all these type of things. Like I had superpowers and I can... My name coming black light. And that's what my name was that night. So... The man's opened the door because the woman was knocking on the door because she heard me shouting. She's coming. He's opened the door and I let the woman in. I'm like, auntie, the man won't leave me alone. So at this point now, oh fuck, I've taken the watches and I put it in my panty. And as I'm sitting outside, because the man said he's gonna call the police, I've said to the man, bro, do you know my age? So you calling the police won't make no sense. So the auntie said, you know what? Let's just go back inside and search the house. And I said to the woman, can you call the ambulance? Because I cannot breathe. So the woman's called the ambulance now. But them being stupid, they walked back inside. And I feel like that night I was just playing a character that I never knew that I could play. And I ran and cut through the back of the people's houses. And I'm there bending down and all these type of things, thinking helicopters looking for me and all. So, okay. I've now cut out. Now I've gone to sell the rest of the watches. The watches is fake like, whoa. Fake and whoa. So I got a little change for that. And I took a little change and I just bought food for my yard and all these type of stuff. Now, my thing is, yeah, because we need to talk about it. My thing is that I don't condone in the whole sugar daddy thing because it's like, you have to understand, a lot of these uncles like to go for young girls. They like to go for little girls. They take advantage of little girls. And half of these uncles are married. Half of these uncles have a family. You don't even know if you could be fucking with the uncle's daughter. It's mad to think of. And I can't imagine myself laying on my back with no 60-year-old that if he pushes one drink in me, he'd most probably have a stroke. So my thing is that I'm not laying down with no old man for temporary materialistic things. Because most of these girls nowadays, and if you want to take offense, drive the boat, baby. Wear the shoe if it fits. If it's tight, you know you still gonna wear it. You got a point to prove. So my thing is that I just can't see myself laying down with an uncle for money. Your pussy is not something that's supposed to be sold. And this pussy I now sell for nobody. So if this 60-year-old and this 50-year-old think he's going to touch up on a 20-year-old or a little 18-year-old, bro, you're just going to get robbed and I'm cutting out. And whoever you want, tell. Me, there's certain areas I can't go because I've robbed the whole of the barbershop. But I still go. And when I go there, they like to call me Nino, they call me Trouble. Because some of the uncles, I fuck with them heavy because I used to do business with them back in the day. But when I say business, I'm talking about hair and stuff. Because I used to go in their hair shop and Ken roll their certain people's hair after they finish giving them their trim and whatever. So there's certain areas I can't even go because I've just had my fair share and done what I needed to do. Because if you think you're gonna sleep with me, bro, it's not gonna happen. You're just gonna get robbed and I'm cutting out. And my thing is to females is that you need to understand it's more than money, it's principles, it's morals, it's self-respect. Me, I respect my body way too much. And not even just that, but it's more of a, your pussy is supposed to be something that is for you. Who you want to sleep with you will sleep with you. Who you don't want to sleep with you won't sleep with you. Now, imagine you have little girls out here, the age of 15 and 16 years old. For some odd reason, this generation has picked it up and it's so normalized for a little 16-year-old and a little 15-year-old to go and sit on OnlyFans and sell pictures of their I'm drunk right now, of their private parts for £15 and £10. Your body's worth way more than that and your body's supposed to be priceless. You're not supposed to be selling your body. And that's why I don't agree with those type of stuff and I don't condone it, because it's like, where is the role models for these little girls to teach them that this is not life? You're not supposed to be selling your body and it's something you're going to regret in the long run. Not because people are going to walk around and say you're a whore or you're this and that. It's just self-morals. Like, it's just self-respect. And it just makes me so angry because it's like, as I said, half of these uncles, well, most of the uncles, they're grown, big ass men. Their bed is great. They've all lived, died, and come back again. Them all in a blood clot. Can't walk properly in that. All these type of things. And you think I'm going to lay down with you. And all if you give me one back shot, you might and dead. It's impossible. I'd rather lay down with someone that I'm attracted to and I want to be with, or I'm dating, or I'm linking, not someone that is saying that he would give me money just to sleep with me. I couldn't live with myself after. And I feel like it's just mad. And where's the influencers and all these grown-ass women that's supposed to educate these young girls? That's not the way. Like, you can make money in different ways. Like, you can get a 9 to 5. You can get a little cash in hand job. You can get a little job in the pub or something. One thing about me, I'm a hustler and I will hustle until my day comes. But one thing, me not sell myself short and me not pimp out my pussy all for pleasing. No, man. Because he's going to go and sleep at night with his family and his old woman and his 10 kids, and you're just in your bed thinking of, okay, what next uncle am I going to sleep with? Life don't go so, you know. It's not supposed to be that way, and it should stop being normalized. Like, right now, you need to understand, when you deep in, most of the audience on these OnlyFans page, when it comes to these little girls, that's even lying. Some of them are even lying about their age. Some of them are not. When it comes to these little girls, and sometimes boys as well, the audience that they're attracting is grown-ass man. It's never a 16-year-old going to pay for a 16-year-old's picture of her pussy. Even though it shouldn't be like that, because no one shouldn't be selling their front. It's never that. It's the audience of these little girls are attracting is grown-ass men are sitting on OnlyFans buying subscriptions of little girls selling themselves. So where is the role models? Where's the mothers? Where's someone to educate them? No, you're not supposed to do that. Most of these OnlyFans account is little girls. Bro, I used to have bare little girls, yeah, on my old Snap, saying, oh, they have a private story. Excuse me. They have a private story and they're charging £5 for you to come in the private story. They do meetups and all these type of stuff. Like, where the fuck is you lot's role models, bro? Because I just couldn't do it. And I feel like in this generation, as I said, it's so normalized for these little girls to be selling their body, fucking these old men for money, and no one's not doing nothing about it. It's not okay. It's not. It's not. You have little girls out here getting pregnant and having abortions for fucking uncles, bro. It's weird. And I don't understand, when is someone going to put their hand up and say, no, this needs to stop? Now, my thing is that I know someone's going to pop up to me and say, oh, Valentina, you can't say that. You don't know what they've been through. Listen, people's been through shit. I'm telling you, I've been through shit. I've been at my worst where I don't have no food in my yard when I was younger and I used to live by myself. And I was still working a 9 to 5. I used to be at a point where I didn't have nothing in my yard. I would run out of gas and electric. But not one time did I ever think of, oh, let me sell my pussy. Because I know how I would feel mentally after that. What it carries mentally is no good. And you will live with that. And it fucks with you mentally and emotionally. It's like, oh, I wish I never do that. I will never do something that I know I'm going to regret. Pussy's not supposed to be sold. This pussy has a trophy. Find a blood clot and it's a trophy. Tight. Come on. And we need someone out here to educate these young girls to show them, bro, you do not have to live your life that way. OnlyFans and taking all these premium pictures and all this Snapchat privates, it's not the way. You have little fucking girls, 16, 15, 18 years old, walking into Ann Summers buying lingerie. What the fuck you know about blood clot lingerie and lingerie? I only started wearing lingerie because you know I'm fluffing a blood clot so that they really have my size. I only started wearing lingerie when I touched like 2021 when I was with my man. What does a 15-year-old know about lingerie and dildo and squirting and all this type of stuff? And most of the time, these little girls are doing it in their parents' yard. And that's the most saddest part about it. And no one's not talking on it. So me, I'm full of daddy problem. And even when a man touches me the wrong way, if he looks at me the wrong way, in the wrong way, I'm ready to fight, you know. I don't have time for all of that. So any little girl that's around me or that comes to me for advice, I always advise them when they're doing the OnlyFans stuff and that they're doing. I'm showing them that raw, like that's gonna affect you in the long run. You're gonna regret it when you're older and you think back on things like when you have flashbacks of stuff. You're gonna regret that. And some of these uncles, they like to take the piss. They like to pass these little girls around, and it's mad. And these girls don't deserve that type of trauma at that young age for money. But I'm telling you, it's what they see based off of social media. They think it's okay because, oh, you're doing it, so I can do it. Oh, it's a fast way to make money. Oh, I don't think I'm going to end up in a relationship. I don't think I'm going to be married. Oh, I just want to show my body. No one can't tell me nothing. We need to help these young girls get rid of that mentality and show them there's more to life than selling your body and selling your front for. There's girls that are selling their pussy for £5 and £15. There's more to life, I'm telling you. I'd rather sit in my yard with no light on in my house and no food in my fridge and wait and hustle a different way to make money. But one thing I will not do is sell my pussy, because once you sell your pussy, you sell yourself to the blood clot devil and enfriend them. Because it don't stop there. It's a vicious cycle. And these old men like to take advantage of people. And then you have these grown-ass women that's there talking about, oh, I got a sugar daddy and red tape. Like, I'm telling you, half of these big women that have sugar daddies, they're not setting no example for the younger generation. They think it's cool. Oh, because you're going to get your body done and you're going to do this and you're going to do that. You're going to get this wig. And it's like, even half of the time when these grown-ass women are having sugar daddies, they're not doing anything with that money. They're not spending it on priorities. For some odd reason with this generation, it's about shoes and wigs and clothes and hair and makeup. For some odd reason, it's not about anything that's important. That's why I made sure when I was robbing these uncles back in the day, I made sure it was going towards something that's going to help me in the future. From young, I've been doing hair. It's nothing new. I've been doing hair. So I made sure every penny that I robbed, it went towards my little hair business and I was making money back. A lot of you young people like to rob people and thief people's money and do pure bullshit with the money. Take the money and invest it to make sure you can make that money back again. Make that money. If you're gonna rob someone, if you're gonna have a sugar daddy, take that money, yeah, and flip it. Or take that money and make it something where it comes back. I'm not saying that I'm proud of my past, but I'm saying that I'd rather rob a sugar daddy, because he doesn't respect me to why he's having sex with someone that you have kids that's my age. Why would you want to sleep with me? That's like sleeping with your daughter. It's gruesome. So I'd rather rob him. And I don't feel no way about talking on there. I'm not proud of it, but I'd rather do that than lay on my back for a penny. Pussy is not something that's meant to be sold. Pussy is not something that is meant to... If my pussy was meant to be sold, they would be hanging my body. Hanging me by my punny lips in Deptford Market or Peckham Market or in Billingsgate Market. This pussy, it belongs to my body. It's not meant to be given out for money. My pussy, if I want to sleep with a man that I'm attracted to, or I'm with, or I'm dating, I'll give my pussy to him for free. Even after that, I'm not going to ask him for nothing. Because even in this generation, it's like what I've come to realize, every time a girl goes to have sex with a boy or something, it's so normalized that when they finish having sex with this boy, they will ask him for something after. It's embarrassing, and it's more of a situation where it's like, why is that installed in your mentality that you have to sleep with someone to gain something that you want? Me, one thing about me, as I said, I hustle. I got 9 to 5 that's supporting my dreams, and I got side hustles. No matter what it is, I got side hustles. Who don't? But one thing that it's not gonna be is selling my pussy short of nothing. Me. That's not gonna happen. And I'd rather educate every little young girl that's around me or that calls me. I don't stick up for the bullshit that they do in regards of selling themselves. I always tell them, bro, there's more to life. If you need me to help you get a job, I will do that. That's what life's supposed to be about. These young kids nowadays, they're only doing what they're doing because of the generation that's before them. They're only following them. They don't just do it out of the blue. If I was 16 years old now, and a lot of these young girls like on social media, they're going by what they see on social media. So they will think, oh yeah, so she's putting up a picture playing with her punny hole, so I'm going to put a picture playing with my punny hole because she's making money from it. That's all these little girls are going to think, and they're going to go and do it. And it's more of a hypocrite thing because it's like these same older women that's doing these type of things, selling their body for money, these same older women cuss the younger generation that's doing it, and cuss the parenting and cuss the parents and all this type of stuff. Before you cuss anybody, cuss yourself, because you're supposed to be setting an example. They're coming on social media and they're seeing these things. I'm not selling my pussy short for nobody, please. It's scary. Social media has done a lot of damage within the recent generations. They have, and something has to give. You got little girls out here pregnant for these fucking sugar daddies, paying them to have abortions. You got fucking little girls, 22 and 21, whatever age they want to be, flying out to Dubai to go and sell their pussy. Like, I don't understand. And even grown women too, because I don't respect any grown woman that's doing it, because you're not setting no example when you can get a fucking job. You don't need to understand the concept, the bigger picture, that you lot are selling yourself short for money to go and buy materialistic things. These materialistic things are temporary. They will not follow you in your grave. Even if it wasn't materialistic things, the fact that you're even selling yourself, it's wrong. And that's my opinion. And even one time when I was on Twitter one time, and I said it, I had bare girls that are on OnlyFans and stuff getting onto me like, oh, but you don't know what we've been through, and that's my job. I never knew that selling your pussy was a job. Because when you go to try and find a job on Indeed.com, the occupation is not selling your pussy. So what are you talking about? That's a choice that you decided to take on yourself. I'm no one to judge you, but sometimes you're going to need a friend to tell you, bro, this is not the way of life. It's not. So if I have to continue walking in life and I have these uncles trying to move to me and disrespect me, bro, you want to sleep with me? Okay, yeah, get the fuck. Okay, book the hotel. I'm going to the hotel and I'm taking these things and me gone, bro. I'm gone. Me gone. And anyone that has a problem with it, come and tell me something about it. I'd rather rob an uncle than sleep with him, and that's it, point blank, period. East side. I don't give a fuck. And that's how it's going to be. So, there's a lot of all of these influencers online shaking their ass, buying cocktails with superstars. Taking pictures by the Dior shop and oh no, them can't buy nothing from the Dior. Taking pictures outside the Gucci shop. Oh no, they can't buy no Gucci. Your influencers, oh no, you can't buy nothing from Flanos. You lot are so desperate for image, for social media, that you're hanging up your blood clot Selfridges bag on your wall. I didn't know that was home decoration. My wall them white, that blood clot. Man, I hang up no bag on my wall. So where is these influencers sitting on social media that's supposed to be an influencer? Where is these influencers supposed to be educating these kids something? Because you lot are worse than them. I hate you influencers. I hate you. You make me sick. Don't say you're an influencer, please, because you're not influencing shit. Just say you come on social media to show the lifestyle that you want to have, but you can't have it because you can't afford it. So you're just, that's what you have to say. It's not hard. I need an influencer to come on here that's worked hard for their money and have a story to tell. I rate those influencers that have a story to tell. The reason why is because, you see, with influencers, I feel like people fail to understand the meaning and the concept behind it. It's not just about taking pictures in your pretty little thing, because some of Uno is not pretty. It's not about taking pictures in your pretty little thing and taking pictures in all these expensive clothes. And it's not about that. There's more to it. If you're going to influence your generation and your peoples, bring an influence to influence them. You can't influence me now about a fucking Dior bag. Something that you most probably stole, or something that you most probably done fraud for. You can't influence me about that. Come to me about what you've been through in your past and tell me how you got through it. Give a message to the audience so they can turn around and say, oh, like, I've been through something that you've been through and you've gotten out of it. So let me learn from you. I'm not perfect. I've made my mistakes. And I'm very apologetic about it, but I don't regret it, because people make mistakes and learn from it, and I've learned from my mistakes. So I can sit on social media and I can sit on Snapchat and I can tell these little girls the mistakes that I've made and how I've got through it. For example, with my mental health, it's not a mistake, but there's reasons to why I have mental health, like why I have depression and why I have anxiety. And I can sit here all day long and tell you lot my story and tell you lot how I got through it and where I am now. So I can teach one of these little girls. I have little girls that have come to me that say that they have anxiety and depression because of this and that. And I can sit there and I can coach them. I can tell them, well, you need to do this and you need to do that. And this is how we're going to break through what you're going through. You need that audience. But let me stop preaching anyway, because you lot will still not understand the message. Because I'll get cash back from this anyway. But as I said, me not sell my pussy shop for nobody. Pussy is not sell over yassa. Can't sell over yassa. This pussy gets given away for free, but not to each and any man. No, to the man that I'm with or the man that I'm dating. And that's about it. I'm my only fan. How about that? And I want somebody to tell me something. Kiss my blood clot flat ass. I'm getting drunk. I'm getting a bit frass. So, at the end of the day, if you have an opinion, comment below. At the end of the day, add my social media. My Instagram is Big Tina K. If you need any advice, if you're on OnlyFans and you want to get off, or you need a job or something, if you need any advice as a young girl and you're sitting on this platform and you're doing those type of stuff and you want to stop, feel free to message me. I'll help you. I'll give you some words of encouragement or advice. It's not a problem. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be the bigger sisters to these little girls and tell them, no, you're not supposed to do that. So if you need advice, my Snapchat is Big Tina K. My Instagram is Big Tina K. My Twitter is K Diamante. Reach out to me. I like to help young people. I've been through certain shit and I didn't have anybody there to help me get through it. I got through it myself. That's why I stand the way I stand, and I stand by my opinion. Even though this is not even an opinion, it's a fucking fact. But anyway, so if I go, yeah, but no. You lot subscribe, comment, share, and like. I'll be back by next week. I promise. I don't know what I'm going to do next year. I might do one story time. But yeah, I hope everyone's keeping safe during this pandemic. I hope everybody's mental health is in contact. You lot keep praying and having faith. We're going to make it out of this pandemic, baby. Corona now, blood clot reach, but all about that. Bye.